Carbs are not the problem, can I just say that? So today, let's have a little chat about your fitness journey and the mistakes that I made that I don't want you to make so you can be more successful and not take as long as me to get to where you want to be. If you don't know me, my name's Candice. I'm an online fitness trainer, qualified level 4 personal trainer as well. I help people be successful on their fitness journey. There's links in the description to sign up to my coaching app or my one-to-one coaching for my female clients, which is more accountability from my side of things. I really help support you and get you to where you want to be. Let's have a little chat and talk about all the things not to do and the things that I did wrong on my fitness journey, because it's hard. It is hard getting to where you want to be, and it doesn't need to be. I'm here to make it easier. Let's start with something simple that we can all do. It's free. It's not that hard, to be honest, and it's getting your steps in. I know everyone preaches about it, but getting your steps in is actually really, really important, and you need to try and aim for at least 8,000 and try and get to 10,000 a day. You do not realise how much this is going to help with your fitness journey. If you can't get to 10,000, aim for 8,000. That should be the minimum. If you're just doing 2,000 or 3,000 steps a day, you're really going to struggle to get to your fitness goals. Because when it comes to losing fat, exercise is only a small percentage of the overall picture. So you need to make sure you're getting your steps in. Just go for a walk at lunch, walk off your dinner. That is a really good thing to do. Park further away at a shop. Make sure to try and get more steps in, and it will really, really help. Tip number 2, have a plan. And this goes for your food and your training. If you're winging everything, you are not going to get there. You might, but it's going to take longer. Most of my clients come to me because they're not eating enough. So having a plan with your food and your training is so important. You need to make sure, depending on what your goals are, you're eating the right amount of calories and the right amount of macros for those calories. If you're, for example, trying to lose weight and your deficit calories is 1,800 calories, if you eat 1,800 calories and it's all from carbs and minimal protein, you're going to look so different to if you eat 1,800 calories and you get the right amount of protein in and the right macro split. So it's not purely just about calories, it's about protein, fats and carbs as well. So when I say macros, that is protein, fats and carbs. It is so common for women not to eat the right amount of protein. They're under eating protein massively. And protein's not just important for muscle building, it's important for your body to repair cells, for your hair growth, your nail growth. It's more than just trying to build muscle. So protein is really important. If anyone wants me to go into more details about macros and protein and why it's important, then just let me know and I will make a more detailed video. Having a plan with your food and getting the right calories and macros in, and having a plan with your training. When it comes to training, it's whatever works for you. You don't have to go to the gym. If you prefer to do Pilates, go for runs, that's fine. It's purely down to what you want to be doing. I don't go to the gym, I train at home. I train 4 times a week and I use the Fitable workout device, which I'm going to do some more videos on. One of my fiance's own products, which will hopefully be launching soon. That's a whole other story, but we've been working on it for a couple of years now and I'm really excited for people to try it. We've had a few people already testing prototypes out and we've had really good feedback. That's all I do though. I train at home with my Fitable system and that's what works for me. I just found going to the gym, especially legs, and training 2 hours, I would find any excuse not to go, and this is coming from someone who is a personal trainer, who is an online fitness coach. We're not always motivated. Just because we're in the fitness scene doesn't mean we always want to go train. So having something, I can train legs in 20 minutes to half an hour. It doesn't take me 2 hours to train anymore, and my results are so much better because I'm more consistent with it. So it's the best thing, not just because it's our own product, because I was a through and through gym girl. We've had the Fitable prototype going on for a long time. So I was using it, I think I've been using it for 3 years now, but about 1.5 years ago, I went back to the gym because I thought I missed it. And I don't miss the long sessions. By the time you've got your gym bag together, driven to the gym and started warming up, I've completely finished my workout and I love that. I have no excuses now and it's the most consistent I've ever been. Sorry, I've been going on a bit of a tangent there, but basically what I'm trying to say is choose whatever exercise you are happy with, but strength training for women especially is really important. You need to make sure you've got a plan. If you are training in the gym or at home, you need to make sure you have a plan. If you're just starting your workout and just winging it every time, you're not going to get the results. So Make sure you've got some sort of plan, and you don't need to change it every single week. I feel like this happens quite a lot. People think that, oh, I need to change it all the time to shock the system. It's not true. I do the same workouts week in, week out. I don't change a thing, because practice makes perfection, especially with lifting. So the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and the more you'll get mind to muscle connection and things like that. So please don't switch it up every single week. Don't just pick random workouts that you've seen that day. Have a plan, and it will make it so much easier. Tip 3, get enough water. Drink enough water. I am so shocked with the amount of people that don't drink enough water. I used to be one of them, to be honest. I like to track my water. I'm one of these geeks that just like to track everything, so I know what I've drunk or eaten. But if you're not drinking enough water, that's gonna make such a big difference. You're gonna feel tired, you're not gonna wanna do anything, and you just end up feeling like shit if you're dehydrated. So make sure you get enough water in. Drinking enough water has made such a big difference to me. I used to be so tired. Do you know what? Any day that I've not drunk enough water, my eyes are like red-eye Jedi. I'm so knackered. I just can't function properly. I now know that it's because that I haven't drunk enough. I tend to have electrolytes every day. They really help as well. I use a big glass water bottle that fits 2 litres in. I try and drink 1.5 of them a day. Or I've got my Stanley, which is I think 1.1 litres. So I try and drink a couple of those a day. Tip number 4 is sleep. Don't underestimate how important your sleep is, because you don't grow in your training sessions, you grow in your recovery. If you're not getting good recovery, you're not going to be getting the results you want to. Having bad sleep and being stressed is really going to affect your journey, and more than likely cause you to binge as well. Really looking after yourself and getting enough sleep in makes such a big difference. I take magnesium every single night. I'll put a little picture on the screen. I take Sleep Deep from Protein Works every night now. That's made such a big difference to my sleep. I used to sleep really, really bad. I'd wake up all the time. You know when you feel like you just not had a deep sleep? Ever since I've started taking these though, it's made a massive difference. And I did try and test it out a couple of weeks ago and not take some before going to sleep, and it it was the worst night's sleep ever. So supplements are really important, magnesium before bed especially. I'm here to try and make your fitness journey easier. You don't need it to be stressful. It can be easier than seems when you look online. And I know that what I'm saying seems really simple, but all of these things are so overlooked. And tip number 5 is you don't need to be extremely strict to get to where you want to be. 9 times out of 10, if you're too strict, you don't stick to it. I am not strict. If I want something, I'll have it, but it's all about everything in moderation, the 80-20 approach. I, most of the time, eat the same meals, and if I want a treat, I'll have it. If we're going out for dinner, I'll get what I want. It's things like that. It makes me sad when people think that they need to live off salads or chicken and rice to get the results, and then they end up not happy, getting bored of their food, falling off the bandwagon and just thinking that they can't do it, it's not for them, which is not the case. Which is why when I coach people, there's a lot more variety of foods you can eat. And for example, there's chocolate brownie recipes on the coaching app. There's loads of things that can be in your meal plan that aren't just chicken and rice or salads. Because if you're just cutting out carbs as well, like, carbs are not the problem, can I just say that? If you're cutting out a whole food group, you're going to lose weight because you're in a deficit because you're eating less food in general. When it comes to carbs, it's just more about not always having loads of processed food, because it's so easy to just eat something processed. Carbs aren't the devil. The processed food that you're binging on all the time is the problem, not a whole food group. So I'm not saying that you can eat what you want all the time, because a whole big bag of Doritos will not fill you up, but that's about 800 calories. You are not going to get to your fitness goal if you eat things like that all the time. But what I'm trying to say is, if 80% of the time you really stick to the right macros, you can have a chocolate bar, or you can go for a meal and not have to worry about it, because majority of the time you're doing the right things. You don't need to be really strict and just live off salads. That's not what my approach is. And the thing is, I am a lifestyle coach. I'm not a prep coach. So I'm not here trying to get people stage ready. So I'm not crazy strict. I want you to have something that you can do for a long period of time, and it can be a new lifestyle. Being too strict is not going to let you do that. It's going to make it feel like a chore to get in shape, which it doesn't have to be. One bad meal isn't going to make you fat, and one good meal isn't going to make you lose fat. So just be patient with your journey. These things don't happen overnight. I think it's so easy for people to believe that, oh, it's been 3 weeks, it's been 4 weeks, I've not seen a difference yet. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. And while I'm on this topic, don't just believe everything the scales say. I have so many clients that get upset because their scale weight isn't changing. But as a woman, our weight fluctuates anyway throughout our cycle. But don't just use the scales. You need to take photos. I know you don't want to, but you'll thank me later when you can see a difference. How you feel in your clothes as well. And I get my clients to do measurements, so around their waist, around their legs, like throughout their body, because you might not have lost weight on the scales, but you've lost centimetres on your waist. So it's a really important thing to not just believe everything the scale says. There's more to it than just the number on the scale. If you've not watched it already, I do have a video about my whole fitness journey, because I've not always looked the way I do. It's taken a long time and a lot of mistakes to get here. But if you're interested in my journey, it's on my profile, it's my first video. But I hope these tips have been helpful. I'm going to make a lot more of these type of videos because I just want to help as many people as possible. And like I said earlier in the video, there is links in the description if you want to sign up to my app or my one-to-one coaching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.